You know they got that same name with different point of views. Whichever one you choose, you can't lose. They got that same name, different point of views. Whichever one you choose, you can't lose. Keisha and Keisha,
knowledge, wisdom, and discernment. Keisha, you don't got it, you can get some if you heard them.
Keisha and Keisha, man.
Knowledge, wisdom, and discernment.
Keisha
you don't
and
got
Keisha,
it, you
man.
can get some if you heard them. We gon' laugh, have a good time. Just sit back and elevate your mind.
Okay, so I'm just trying to. Peaches isn't with us today, so we trying to go live here and get everything going and get everybody connected and all that kind of stuff. So what's up, Facebook? What's up, Country Keisha and City Keisha listeners? We doing our thing. I want to say we apologize for just a delay, but we were sharing some mics with one of our homeboys, and we had to order our own mics, which they haven't come in. So we usually use these, so they may be a little rickety, and so they still haven't come in. But we decided to just go ahead on and get our get back on the track. So we're not gonna be spotty no more, guys. We in it, y'all know. I mean, I love the feedback. I love it when we go places and people see us and they be like, "Hey."
All the time.
They's like, I know you, I know your voice, I know this. So that's kind of cool. So we just want to say thank you to all of our loyal listeners. We got some stuff we want to talk about today, but
we got a lot of stuff we gonna talk about, and that's okay. For real.
So first thing I want to say is I'm back in the gym, y'all. I'm doing CrossFit.
I'm laughing because I'm not, y'all.
Wait,
good for her.
I'm doing CrossFit, so I'm looking a hot mess today because I just came from class. So shout out to Carmen, Neely, and Neely, and her husband Justin. They have a gym out in Destin called The Box, and I've been out there, and man, they have been putting it down. So my sister is turning 50 this year. My birth sister will be 49, but my sister-in-law Dana, who we don't use the in-law stuff, she'll be 50, and she asked me to go to the Dominican Republic with her and her gym. Okay, so I'm sitting up here like, I can't be the chick out there looking like no. So I was talking to Carmen, and I said, hey, Carmen, look, I need you to get me straight. And so then she was like, okay, I got you. And Justin told her to let me come in. So I'm trying out this thing. And today, man, we was doing some stuff on some cardio, baby. I'm telling you, you can't be no punk doing no CrossFit.
No, you cannot.
And then, I'm very competitive. So I be trying to like get it up. I be like, come on, let's go, And then I be wearing down because, sucking wind because my belly be getting in the way, all kind of stuff. And I said, Lord Jesus. But I'm going to hang in there. So I'm figuring about 2 weeks in, I'll be able to, because they call the people who come to the gym athletes, right? And so I'm thinking, well, is he training people who, and he calls everybody. So I haven't made it to the athlete status yet, because this is like only day 2. But y'all pray for me, all right? I'm trying to get my brother to go with me. Maybe if I get him to go with me. Oh, my niece is on here. Hey, Jazzy Pooh. So if I can get my brother to go with me, maybe we can both go suck wind together. But, we'll see how that go. All right, so 2 things we want to talk about. We want you guys to kind of respond to us real quick about is, number 1, R. Kelly. Has the chicken comes home to roost for R. Kelly?
Girl, let me tell you what happened with R. Kelly. And I'm going to call my homegirl Linnell out. I don't know. Okay. She almost made me run off the road. I'm on the phone with her, and the R. Kelly news come in. They letting him out. Bitch, if you don't get on my phone, what is you talking about? I was like, what the hell?
So she was excited about him letting him out?
Yes!
Okay, before we keep going, hold on. Toya just joined, and her baby just had surgery, and I just wanted to give a shout out to the baby, because baby, I done been around that baby since he was a little bitty old thing, so I saw that everything was okay. So Toya, we want to shout out, because we always want to make sure our young man is doing it, and I know he had an injury that got in his way, but okay, so go ahead.
So can you get off my phone?
Wait, my brother talking about he just talked to him and his people last night. Bruh, don't be bringing R. Kelly down here. Don't you bring R. Kelly to...
And he broke. He couldn't even post bail. What? I was like, how you can't post it? So going back to the last episode when we talking about investment, when we were talking about investment and making money, and Cardi B is out there, got several hustles.
What?
R. Kelly, what happened, boo?
Yeah.
Why you couldn't make that $100,000
bail? R. Kelly.
Aura. And that's what she told me. That's my aura. I was like, girl, I'm so upset.
But you know what? Here's my deal with that whole thing. everything comes to light. Every dog has his day. Every time you do something and you have done as many things he's done, you can't go around doing this to young women and doing that stuff and don't feel like it. So, bro, I don't have no respect for the fact that you're trying to get that dude down here, because that's just, at some point, you got to draw the line. I get business is business, but you got to have some etiquette, because there's one thing I do know. His second to youngest daughter is about to turn 13. There's no way that you could imagine her having to be dealing with some situation like that and not trying to set it off. So, we need to say no to R. Kelly.
Who's going to protect the black girls?
Right.
We've been talking about this for a minute.
Absolutely.
And it's time for the men
Step on up.
to tell R. Kelly,
Yep.
we going to mute
Sit
you.
down, or
We going to
sit
mute
down.
you. We going to mute you.
That's true. All
Okay.
right. So Jussie Smollett is the other one. Did y'all think what? Keisha just talking about some new news with this. Like,
let me tell
what's
you.
going on with
So
it?
you know the police chief went on TV talking about how he paid the two Africans, are they Nigerians? Yeah, the two Nigerians the $3,500 to attack him. Well, more news came out that the $3,500 check was legit for the training and meal prep that he. So that is supposedly not true that happened with them. But the thing is, it still doesn't mean that we don't know where it is right now. It's so many stories. He wanted a better pay. None of it makes sense. To me, I'm at the stage now where I am total confusion. And bruh, you being on drugs helped me out a little bit, because I was like, child, it's the drugs, because there's some crackhead mess going on here. This is not common sense.
Right.
Because none of the stories are saying why he would do it.
Yeah.
And it just didn't make sense. He already had the limelight.
Okay.
He's been going around advocating for
Michelle, we are not on Chicago. We are on R. Kelly. Now, you know I'm always going to be down for the Chi. I was born and raised in the Chi, but the bottom line is,
Jussie
if that
Smollett
had
happened in Chicago. It was
yeah.
the Chicago PD.
and I want to be honest, though, that Nick, you're going to have to agree that Chicago has been in the news lately with a whole bunch of stuff. I had to defend them the other day with my students. I was like, listen, y'all, we grew up at a time where Chicago was a thing, but at the same time, it's like, come on now, y'all got to back up off Chicago. So I agree with that. But you know the foolishness that's happening right now. You know.
I'm like, Jussie, why Chicago? And you taking away resources they trying to get Aura. And what are you doing?
You taking out money to get R?
They had to stop trying to get Aura. Worried about what happened to him.
Shoot, okay.
And then talking about Make America Great Again, they was saying, ain't no white person in Chicago. They was like, he should did that in Atlanta.
Right, because I will tell you, because I remember when Trump was trying to do a rally or something in Chicago, and the brothers was like, yeah, bring it. Yeah, come on, Trump. Come on, let's do
Yeah, we
stuff.
don't think there was
Represent.
some Trump supporters that would attack a brother in Chicago.
So
Yeah.
Mick, we not clowning Chicago. We just saying there's been some stuff that's been happening. We need to figure it out.
Yeah.
All right, so recap. Killer Mike. Did you guys see, what is it? Trigger
with Killer Mike.
warning. Trigger warning.
Okay.
Yeah, Trigger warning with Killer Mike. It was on Netflix. If you have not watched that, it is quite interesting. I've watched it twice. So I watched it by myself, and then my girlfriends wanted to watch it, so they came over and we watched it again. And it's some very interesting issues. I mean, like the way he deals with some of that stuff, I'm like, but
it's fun, and it's another way to
so
look
you
at
did
it.
watch them all?
I only watched 4, so
Okay.
I missed the last 2 because I have a house guest that I didn't think would appreciate when
so
it
you
got
didn't
to
get to
the
see when
porn, and I had to
That was
stop.
episode
I had
number
to,
2.
That was like number 3 or 4.
No.
I don't know, but I got
Yeah, the
through
education
it,
thing was the second one.
but she woke up, and so I was like, I don't know what these other 2. This ain't gonna work. But the idea is thinking outside the box.
Yeah.
And so I really enjoy the fact that he thinks outside the box.
Right.
Now, do I agree with everything? No, but that education system really. The poor principal, she was looking crazy, but that's not thinking outside the box.
Right.
Because what he was saying is we need more skilled workers.
Correct.
Not more people that can
Did
read
you hear
books.
when the kindergartners was telling them all they hopes
Oh
and dreams?
my God, that was so funny. I want to be president. He said, scratch.
You ain't gonna be.
You ain't gonna be president.
Like,
and that's what I tell my kids. I honestly, I do that because it sets you up for failure.
I don't know if it does.
I think it does because only one person gonna be president.
Right, but
and
I don't think it sets you up for failure.
Kids you got a million kids. No, the reason I say it set you up for failure is when you get out in the real world and you realize what it takes to be president, other than just saying I want to be president, that you don't have the wherewithal to do that. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay,
but
so
like for one, like the kids who want to go in the NFL, the NBA,
Right.
they only
Okay.
gonna pick a few people.
Correct, but listen to what I'm saying though, and this is what I get it, but I don't think it sets them up for failure. I think that that's a lofty goal, and I know it takes a lot of dedication, determination, skill, all that stuff to do that. But where they end up in the midst of that, there's a lot of kids wouldn't even dreamed of going to college if it wasn't for sports. And so
Some
the
of them
fact that
still
they
ain't dreamed of college. They just want to be in the NFL.
But
They hadn't
now
even thought
they-
about college.
But now they have a degree. Okay, so
No,
okay, so wait, let me
that's
finish.
the
You
point
said
I'm saying.
right,
They
but you
don't know what it
Let me just talk
takes.
say to that. So I was thinking, outside of what it takes is just getting exposure to it, because a lot of times when they live in these places or these areas where they never would even get exposed to any of this stuff, now they're getting exposed to it because of AAU teams, different things that they're doing, where they can have an opportunity to go to college, meet different people, may have an opportunity to, if they say they start to realize, okay, I'm not going to do this when I leave college, what else can I do? I'm just saying it just opens up your opportunity to be exposed to different people that can offer or provide you with opportunities. So I don't know if it's just too lofty. Now,
No, I think that they don't understand what it takes. Because some of them, like you saying, expose them to college. Some of them don't even realize you got to go to college. We're talking about these little kids. All they're thinking about is, I want to be a superstar. They don't realize that these superstars have went through some of them have been grinding for 20, 30 years before they even get the stardom that they want.
Right.
So these kids, I'm saying that it sets them up for failure because they don't understand the grind.
Right.
They only see the end result.
well, and I agree
Like
with
Tyler
that.
Perry slept in his car.
Oh,
The
yeah.
grind, I'm saying they don't understand the grind. They just know that he's got a lot of money.
Right.
Barack Obama was president. They didn't understand that he was very poor growing up. And it's not saying that you can't do it.
But
I
okay,
think
so
what he
then
was saying is we need to be realistic. You
But
gonna probably be a
here's
plumber.
the deal. But here's the deal to all of that. The bottom line is that as Americans, a lot of times, especially in the educational system, we get extreme. So either it's one where they want everybody to go to college, so they try to push everybody to go to college, or they'll say,
It's not for everybody.
well, hold on, give
Yeah.
me a second. Or they have a situation where they're like, okay, everybody needs a skill. They don't understand that the evaluation of kids and seeing where they are and providing those options for them, that's the thing they don't understand. So I don't think necessarily I agree with him telling these kids they can't do certain things, because there are a lot of kids who may not necessarily have the opportunity to do it or the wherewithal, but they may have the skill or the talent to do it and haven't been exposed to it yet. But I just think that you can't sit there and go one way or the other. And they always, I've been in the education system for over 20 years, and every time they jump on a bandwagon, they go extreme with it and then try to push everybody into, just like No Child Left
It's
Behind.
not the
When they-
education system. It's the families and the people at home. I watch these parents, and I'm going to tell you what I see. Like, my son plays sports. I get he plays sports. I'm following it. But I've got parents that are banking their life on their kids making it in sport. And that's very hard, because guess what? I sit there and they was like, your son is playing this. No, my son better get his books and do what he need to do in order to use his brain, because that's the other part. People, they stop using their brain. But the thing is, I see people that are down on people with skill work. And I'm saying, parents, what are your son doing? Oh, he's a plumber. A plumber? And you be like, he works. The same thing that happened with
And that's the
Godfrey.
thing. Like, I don't
I'm saying
see that. I see where
No.
when kids go over to choice and they're taking those opportunities to be carpentry and plumbing and electrician, drill working or whatever, that kind of stuff. In the area that they're in, they're supporting it, and even the parents are.
But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about kindergartens. None of those kids said, I want to be a plumber. Okay. None of those kids say, I want to be, the goal was so way up here to when they can't reach it, they think that they failed. You understand that their kids at 5 years old, they're not thinking about being a plumber. We're not giving them realistic stuff.
And I think that they should not be thinking about that. I really do think that they should be having a lofty goals, because that's when you can be creative.
A dreamer.
Well, you should be a dreamer in kindergarten.
No, that ain't.
You should not be
No,
sitting
but
there.
what we're saying is that the dream.
What you're saying, because I'm telling you, in kindergarten, you should be a dreamer.
And I guess what I'm saying, the dream should be, I want to be a plumber.
No,
I think there's
not in
nothing
kindergarten.
wrong with that. See, that's the point. That's the attitude that I
Nope.
don't get. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be a plumber. There's nothing wrong wanting to be an electrician. There's nothing wrong with these skills workers that we don't even teach our kids that it's something to be inspired to be.
Okay, so
You can inspire to be
we're going to
that.
say this last point, and then we're going to
Yeah.
move on. here's the issue I have with that. The issue I have with that is just the same way they're saying, I want to be a fireman, I want to be a policeman, I want to be whatever. Me telling them, no, be this, no, do that.
I'm not telling them.
Okay, move on. Let's go. Because we ain't going there.
Yeah.
All right, taxes. Because you're not listening.
Oh, Jesus. Let's talk about these taxes now. Move out the way, Keisha. I got this one.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
So, everybody's been doing their taxes, right? Well, guess what we're finding out? The middle people are getting hit so hard.
What you mean?
In other words, they having to pay taxes when they used to getting refunds. I'm one of them. There is no way in hell I should be owing taxes.
But
I owe $1,200.
But they said that, though. Didn't they say that? Didn't they say they were going to do that? Because they were... No, wait a minute. I'm just asking a question. Because I remember, even when they started talking about this as a teacher, they were going to put more money in your check, and then that you were going to have to pay more at the end. That's what they told us in the very beginning. What happened? Why are you paying more?
Because they gave the tax break to the rich. They taxed more on us, and the rich got the break. We didn't get the break. The tax break used to be on the middle class. They swapped it. Now the rich are walking away with more money, and now we're owing. And so the situation that's going on with the IRS is that they pushed it through so fast that the IRS didn't even give a chance to get the paperwork out so people can change their deductions and how they wanted to. Like, I didn't change mine because I was like, hell, I got 2 kids. I'm not rich, and I don't make a lot of money, and I still owe I've never owed $1,200 ever.
Well,
Ever, and I don't make no money.
I've never gotten a refund, so that I don't.
No, but you're a dual income.
I still have never gotten a refund.
Yeah.
So I have no.
No, and I'm trying to tell you.
People who got it.
Well, and let me say this.
Okay.
My refund last year was $1,600. I barely got a refund. But my thing is, I've never owed because of my situation. I'm head of household with dependents. There's no reason I should owe.
I mean, I think years ago, my friend was saying that too. He was like, he don't let them take any taxes. He takes and he invests the money, and then he does his taxes, and from his investment, he pays it off, and he ends up making more money. I think we need to be more educated on it because everybody gets so excited about a tax refund like it's really some big thing when really is your own money that they've been using and giving back to you. So if you don't want to do that, if you got, like my girlfriend Michelle, she's starting to do these classes on Facebook, and I'm so proud of her, where she's talking about different things about people want to start small businesses and stuff like that. So we're going to put that, I'll put that in there later so we can tag her in it. But one of the things that he was always talking about, because we'd always be like, man, what are you doing? He's like, I'm doing my taxes. I got to pay $6,000. I got to do it. He's like, dang. And everybody would trip on him. But he was like, but I made $18,000. So for me to pay $6,000 on taxes, he's like, I just didn't let them take it and waited till the end and paid it. And I made money off my own money instead of them making money.
You missed the point, and I'm going to correct you because it's not the point of him what he's paying, because I didn't pay anything in because I was not going to let them get my money. But the point is the tax breaks that I used to get for having 2 children. They got rid of some of them.
Well, then that goes back to my original point. They said that about taking the tax break away.
It's because of what Trump just did with the tax. This is what we're talking about. People are now seeing it. Remember, they were all, he's going to save us more money. And they're finding out he didn't save us no more money. That's what we're trying to tell you. We end up paying more. The lower income people end up paying more in taxes. And the tax refunds they used to get is very small and very minimal.
So you're saying, when I was saying originally about the fact he how he changed the whatever he did, it put money in your check to go along, because I was just listening to
No, it didn't put more money in your check. That's the point I'm trying to tell you. It didn't put more money in your check, and you're not getting your refund. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. I'm gonna correct. The more money in your check was $2 extra. I'm sorry. That's what it was. That's what it was reported. And all them people went shouting because they got $2 extra per payroll check.
So however much money they received,
it wasn't enough.
I get what you're saying. I'm saying that I remember them sitting us down at a meeting and talk about what that was going to do. And I actually go back. We probably had this conversation. I remember us actually having this where that was going to happen. So I'm like, I don't see the surprise in it, because they said they was going to put them few little dollars in your check. And at the end, it wasn't going to be at the end that you was going to get it. You're going to end up owing.
Well, and this is the thing. You can say that, but until it happens, and like right now, it's happening, and everybody's surprised. Like I'm going through and I'm reading what people are saying. They voted for Trump. Some say they'll never vote for Trump again. I mean, they are. Let me tell you about people who I use my refund for my my vacation every year, and now I owe $400. I used to get $5,000 back. Now I owe $400. Those things hurt middle class people. You understand?
Okay, but I just feel like I think that it comes down to like the stuff you've been talking about for almost a year that we've been on here about our finances and what we're doing. I feel like it's come to a time where, you know, we just have to get more educated on how to think rich about our money, because the rich people not worrying about getting no refund back. You know what I'm saying? The way they're spending their money, how they're doing it, them not paying taxes, them investing and doing any things that they're doing with it. That's what we need to start doing. I mean, I don't know why.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Am I too much? I'm gonna tell you why. Because they have ripped off the middle class people and the poor people in the United States. We just got ripped off. All that money that should have went back to the people who actually needed to stimulate the economy didn't happen. It went to the 1%. So the 99% got cheated.
Okay, I totally hear what you're saying. What I'm saying is just the same way there's a way to scapegoat around all this stuff, just like how Trump hasn't paid taxes in forever and all the stuff that he's doing. I just feel like if we would spend our energy, and I don't know what that's going to look like. I'm just saying if we would spend our energy siphon through that stuff just the same way they pay lawyers to do that, we might be able to find just as many loopholes and get him for the same amount that he's trying to. I mean, like,
I get what you're saying, but how about the government don't rip us off? How about they don't push through tax? We elect these people in office to not rip us off. I'm sorry, to not rip us off. So with that being said, how about we get elected officials in there that's going to work hard for us and not for that 1%? Next topic. Is blackface ever okay? That's for you, Keith.
Next topic.
Next
topic. Well, I'm not gonna sit up here and talk about blackface. You talk about blackface. I'm not talking about it.
Well, it was in. Okay,
I get what you're saying, but that's just. It's
no,
not,
well,
okay.
Is blackface ever okay? Because we've had all these issues that came up, and what I found out because I was listening to the radio, and this white guy called in saying, "If I'm gonna imitate Michael Jordan, I want to be able to put on my blackface." No, boo, it's never okay. You don't have to imitate Michael Jordan with blackface. You can put on a 23. You can wear a fake bald head. You don't need to color your skin. And that's what we were trying to explain. And I get it. I found out that white people actually think it's okay. And what we need to get out, the message is, it is never okay. I don't care if you're trying to imitate Michael Jackson, whoever it is, you do not have to color your skin. We'll know who you're talking about. If you put on a silver glove, we know you're trying to do Michael Jackson, okay? We don't need you to be coloring your skin so you can imitate a black person. It's offensive. You agree?
I told you I ain't done no blackface because that's just ignorant.
But I'm saying they actually, in the station, I realized that they think it's okay.
To me, it ain't even nothing to even discuss like that because it just isn't. Like,
well, actually, we have to because they actually think it's okay.
No, they
and
don't.
Yes, they do. I'm telling you, the white guy called in and said, well, I don't know how to do a costume.
They don't.
And we were like, dude.
They don't think it's okay. They don't. I know, and I'm not saying what you're saying that people didn't say that or whatever. They don't. They don't. Okay. They don't think it's okay.
He said he thought it was.
I mean, okay.
I just want to say
what's
no.
What's this with this college student talking about should white boys still be allowed to talk? What is that about?
This was a black student. And I have to agree with her. Her paper was, should white guys still be allowed to talk? She was sitting in the classroom, and this white guy got up talking, and she realized, he dumb as a sack of bricks. She was like, but because he's a white guy, everybody was like, oh, isn't that nice what Bobby said? And it was like, no matter what, if a white man says it, it's guaranteed to have some type of weight as of being truthful or being correct. And so she's saying that, so she wrote her paper. She said, after 4 years of listening to white boys in college, I am not so convinced that their opinions have any merit. Had to take my glasses off so I can read it. She says, American society tells men, but especially white men, that their opinions have merit and that their voice is valuable, But after 4 years of listening to white boys in college, I am not so convinced. So whenever they open their mouth, they're automatically given the benefit of the doubt that they're going to say something smart and intelligent and all this stuff. And when we open ours, we either going to be angry, we either going to be stupid, ghetto, And so she said, I'm in college, I listened to these guys, and I realized, should we even let them talk? Because some of the stuff is so out there that they think makes sense. And I'm going to piggyback back on the blackface is okay, with the white guy calling in saying he don't understand why we get offended when we're talking about blackface. And it's like, should we let them talk? Because at this point, you're saying stuff to us that's offensive, but you think because you said it and you say, oh, but that's how we do our costume. Why are you so upset? And it's like, dude, you're not listening.
Right.
You're not listening to us. You've already taken on the fact that what you're saying is valuable because you think it's okay to wear a costume.
Okay, so I want to say this. This is my point to all of it. I think I'm just at a place where I feel like being offensive to anybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that her comment in saying, should we allow them to talk, is any less offensive if a white man has said that about a black guy who got up and couldn't speak or couldn't talk or whatever. I feel that this society, of course, have always been slighted towards that. So I agree with what you're saying about, how white men have always been, predominant. They've been the one running businesses, all that kind of stuff. And
they think they have merit.
That the climate is changing or whatever. But I don't feel like the answer is having that discussion. I feel like the answer is more involved with when we talk about equality and stuff, because then anytime you're trying to gain something by I guess speaking negatively against somebody else, still nobody wins, in my opinion. And that's just my opinion of it. And I feel like it's just one of those things where it's hurtful if it happened to me. And I think it's hurtful if it happened to any human being. So if we're going to really have a discussion about it, discussion needs to be about the equality of everybody and being respectful to that, and not necessarily coming against saying somebody shouldn't be allowed to talk.
Well, that's not what she said. In the
you
thing,
said,
she said should. She's asking the question.
Right.
She's not been offensive. So she's opening up the conversation. I understand. So let me reiterate. Should white boys still be allowed to talk? And in what she's saying is in this, it's not negative. So I don't even know why you picked up on it. I know, but I'm like, she's asking the question because in this society where we're talking about giving black women their voices and giving women voices, at this point we need them to listen.
Right,
but let me stop you right there.
No,
at this point, but let me finish. We need them.
You talk against somebody, Keisha, anybody, I don't care who it is.
So you're not gonna let me finish. So what I'm saying is, let me finish. Let me say this: that what she's saying is they need to listen to us. They need to stop talking and actually listen. And the other thing she said is, I do not hate white people. And no institution has ever built a system around disenfranchising or marginalizing white men. So they never been where we are now. So
I'm
what?
Not saying
let
none
me
of that
finish.
Is true or not true. No, hold on. Pause
but
for a second.
No pause. Let me finish the statement because you're not letting me finish.
You talk for 5 minutes about it.
No,
you don't have to
re-talk
about this because I heard this. I'm sitting here and I'm looking at it and I hear what you're saying. But I think that when you make fun of people,
and you're not even letting me finish.
Did
I
you
just
want
want.
over talking.
Yes, you did.
Jesus.
I was trying to
Okay,
finish.
go
So
ahead.
she said, I do not hate white people, and no institution has ever built a system around disenfranchising or marginalizing white men. So they've never been where we are. So I am not racist. So what she's saying is, I'm just asking, when are they going to listen to us and stop talking and having this thing where they think that their opinions have merit when it has no merit for what we're going through.
I didn't disagree with that.
No, I didn't say you did. I just want to finish saying it.
No, well, because you already said it. That's what made me.
I did not read her statement.
Okay.
I was in the middle of reading her statement.
All right. When you first brought this subject up, and you mentioned the fact that she said, should white boys still, because I want to say this, should white boys still be allowed to talk? That's what I find offensive. Not the fact that 400 years of listening to people, not the fact that white privilege is for real, not any of those things. I'm just talking about the fact that if we're going to address the issue, while we're addressing the issue, we can't do it by making statements like that.
Well, we got to because we need them to listen. No. Should white boys be allowed to talk? At this point, what she's saying is we need you to listen. Don't do any talking. Just listen to what we're trying to tell you, what we've been through, because you've never been through it.
Okay.
She's not telling them that I think that all should know. She's saying, can you hear us? because you've had the platform for years and nobody's ever shut you up. Let us have a voice.
Okay. There's a black leopard that's been spotted in Africa for the first time in 100 years. And the extremely rare female cat has melanism, a condition in which the body produces an excess amount of pigment.
It's completely black. There is no other
After
color.
Black Panther, that is kind of cool.
Yes, and it's in Kenya. I'm telling you, I saw the picture.
kinda
It's
cool.
awesome. Look it up on Facebook. Well, not on
The
Facebook,
black-
on the internet.
And it's a black leopard.
Well, I didn't know it was rare. Because we've been doing Black Panther, I didn't know it was rare.
I mean, because when you think about leopards, I mean, how they, because
Yeah.
like I have on leopard, well, I had on leopard pants earlier today. It's got that brown and that, yeah. So for it to be excessive, yeah, I don't think you've ever, outside of actually.
No, I'm just saying in my head, I never thought that there was a black leopard and that it was rare. I mean, to me, it was like, we learn something new every day. Keisha and Keisha bringing y'all something new. A black leopard in Kenya. Rare.
All right.
It's only, what did it say, less than 100? No, the first time in 100 years. So the leopard is been there, they just never spotted it. So they was, she stayed where nobody can see her. So this is the first time a
Go,
one has been
girl.
spotted in 100 years.
Don't have to be a black leopard. Hell. Okay.
right.
All right. I don't know if y'all seen that Momo challenge. I know they put it up on Facebook to kind of talk to the parents about it. But if you've seen this thing, have you seen that? I sent you
No.
the picture. That was the
Girl.
text message I sent you.
You know, I was driving.
Okay,
I was
well,
driving.
you need to look at the text message. I will tell you this. Any kid who's young that sees it, I can't see why they not screaming and yelling. Because when I looked at it, she looked crazy and like I was screaming. I was like, good night. So she's been getting kids to do these challenges, and it's called the Momo Challenge. And the kids are doing the challenges, not realizing that it's endangering them or their families. And it's kind of starting to get out of hand. And I'm going, I wish DJ Thomas, no, it's a prank that's on Facebook. And I wish DJ Thomas would. I mean, like,
My
at
kids
some
ain't on
point
Facebook.
when you, no, and these are young kids.
No, that's what I'm saying. The young
Look at the
kid.
thing. And she's called Momo. Yeah, so she's resurfacing and doing these
Turn
challenges,
around,
like
them people
telling.
can see.
Oh, I don't know if y'all can see them. Oh, okay. The Momo thing. Okay, it's really weird. But if you look up the Momo challenge on Google, you'll see it. And it's like something that's really spooky and crazy. But apparently she's been influencing the kids and it's on a rise again. And I was just like, what kind of foolishness is that?
Yo, this new generation, I just be like, the stuff that gets them. I was like, we just didn't have that. We had other stuff, but it was not like, it was in real
Candyman,
life.
remember Candyman?
Yeah, but it was in real life. You know what I'm saying? This on challenge on the Facebook,
Yes, Jesus.
girl.
Oof. Okay, so there's a viral video going out about the talk with black children about how they are seen and treated in America. And I remember to my girlfriend Jennifer about talking with DJ about the police thing. And she says, well, that's interesting because she has a daughter. She says, we never even thought to talk to Ronnie about being stopped by the police. And so in the video, it talks about a kid who wants to join a group of athletes, but they're kind of outcasting them. It's a girl who's going to like one of those little STEM camps or whatever, and her parents was like, well, you have to work twice as hard and you got to be twice as smart and all this kind of stuff. And then there's another one where a girl is driving. Her mom's like, I'll be safe. She says, I'm not worried about you being safe. I'm more worried about, you know, you coming home. You know, so it's just all these things. And so there were a lot of Caucasian people that was in an uproar about it and was saying how it just paints this negative image. And it's really just the reality of what's going on. And
Where the hell they been? I don't know. I'm sorry. Where the hell they been? It paints a negative image.
Yeah.
It paints a truthful image.
Right. So if you have not seen the video, I had sent it to Keisha, and I
You
think I
did.
tagged it on
but I
my.
was driving.
Yeah, I think I tagged it on my post earlier, but it's really one of those things where the little girl, when they said to her, "Oh, you're pretty to be a black girl," and her mom says, "You're just pretty." Like, why does it have to be a black girl, you know? And so it's just all the things that they what.
No, I'm laughing because I'm looking at myself, but I'm like,
Yeah.
This whole story is crazy because it goes back to the disconnect where they think that, and I say they, I mean white people, that they think that the things that have been going on with unarmed men and women being killed and being mistreated at the hands of police and other white people, that they don't understand that we're scared for our kids.
Right. But see, but they addressed all issues. They addressed how, colorism, like how, we
Yeah.
have different colors of black people and people try to say which one is pretty or not pretty. They addressed the fact that when the kids are trying to go and play sports and stuff, how they have to prove themselves, how when, you're smart and then you have to be twice as smart and work twice as hard. And the conversations, and at the end of it, it talks about we have to have these conversations with our children, and we need to stop having them. And in order to stop having them, we need to let you know. Because my girlfriend, Jen, before I brought that conversation up with her about how I had to talk to DJ before he started driving, she had no clue. Like zero. So it's not that, I guess we assume that people know because of all the stuff that's happening, but there are a lot of people who you're close to that don't even have a clue.
I
The
said
conversation.
it's a disconnect.
Yeah,
it's
that
a
you're having.
disconnect. They're not even understanding that when we see Trayvon Martin getting shot down by a George Zimmerman, and why is that even not resonating with you? That I'm scared of my black boy walking around
Pause for a
with some
second.
teeth
Pause for a
and
second.
some Skittles.
My brother Alfonso, who is in Chicago, you better not be going to hoop with no R. Kelly. Now I'm gonna tell you one
With no
thing.
aura.
Have some respect. Tell him, ooh y'all, Clifford and that dang Zoe, y'all about to have me get crazy up in here. So earlier we were talking about has the chickens come from R. Kelly, and it did Jesse Smollett actually plant this thing, or was some of the information not told correct? Because once part of it is true, then all of it is true. Is how people look at it, and so they'll take every little thing. Because Keisha, I think you were saying that $3,500 was actually for him paying
for training.
for training for him to beef him up.
That's some of the stuff that's getting leaked, and it's so many stories now you can't hardly
Keep up with him. Yeah.
I'm over it.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you ain't nobody trying to get 45 out of office, I could care less about Jesse Smollett. Okay, he ain't running the country.
Okay, so political stuff. There's some stuff that's old. I think we can sum up some of this stuff with the whole trial and everything that's going on right now. That dude was like, he is a racist. He is a con man. He is what other stuff did he call him on that little thing? He just went in on him.
He was all of that.
Yeah, he was like, y'all don't even understand. I fell for the trap. And at the end, he told him, he was like, I understand Congress, or the people who I guess were interviewing. He's like, I get that you guys feel some kind of way and y'all trying to support him. He said, I was trying to do the same thing, and I'm trying to let you know that ain't
now
where you want to go.
Now I'm going to jail.
Yeah. He's like,
trying to support Trump.
Right, because they were talking to him and they were saying, hey, how can we believe you when you were going to jail for lying? And he was like, I was going to jail for lying about the man who I'm sitting here telling y'all the stuff about. So if I'm going to jail for lying, everybody need to go to jail for lying. What y'all think out there, Facebook?
Well, and
hey,
not
David.
only that, but this is what law enforcement tell you. They get people to flip. So yes, he was a liar for Trump, but they flipped. So you're going to have witnesses that are not squeaky clean.
Yeah.
Because that's how you get people to turn on other people. You get the people that were close to them and was doing the dirt with them.
Right. Because white collar crimes, they
flip.
get real sticky. See, when you doing just a straight up blue collar crime and you doing something, everything happens like that. But them white collar crimes, baby, they got enough money to bury stuff so far by the time you figure it out.
Oh, so he produced the check that Trump gave
Oh,
him.
he did.
Yeah,
Wait, it was so funny. He was
$35,000 check, and they was like, so they look, don't believe what he's saying.
Wait.
Believe this check.
Yeah,
They kept saying, believe this check.
Wait, and you know how kids now be talking about something, I want receipts. It was so funny. They
it
said, well,
was-
he got some
bam.
receipts. Right, yeah, so, I don't know.
The part that was upsetting was the Republicans not even listening to what he was saying about their guy. They're so busy trying to say that he's going to jail. Your guy might be going with him. And you should have been trying to figure out some evidence.
And who is this girl they keep bringing up that they token Negro that come in?
Girl, her stupid ass. I'm sorry.
I'm like, come on.
I was watching, they were like, they call up, girl, we need you to stand over here. And she stood, I just set sisters back 8,000 years. Standing up there talking about Trump hired her, help her get a job. And they bring her for every time they need the one black friend. Look, the one he did for all the black people when he helped this one black lady.
I'm gonna tell you this, and here's the deal. And I hate. I think as a country we are constantly talking about the white black thing. That's our big thing now. That's all we can stand on. And I get that that's what our country is funded on. I get that that's what we are with some stuff. But some of us that are more educated need to be able to deal with people morally based on their character. And for her to be a black female, knowing the things that he's done against women, period. So we ain't even got to talk about the race car. She should be sitting down because how he's treating and talked about women. And she's a woman. Like, that's the thing that gets me. I'm going, okay, so you standing up and you trying to say he's this good guy to do all this kind of stuff. Let's just talk about his character. That's the thing I can't support. I have absolutely nothing against him being a white man, a Mexican man, whatever. I have something to do with that man's character. Like, the
With
stuff
him
he
being
says.
a con man, a liar.
Yeah,
Yep.
how he talks about women, how he talks about disabled people, how he talks to, and just zero respect. And I get that his experiences have put him in a position where he can feel like he can sit back and have those things to say. But at the same time, I'm like, how can you stand up as a woman behind somebody like that?
Well, and then my other thing is, even if you supported him, would you want to be the face of that? I would be like, this too hot for me. You know, I'm gonna support you from way over here.
Right.
I'm not gonna be your token nigga.
And I want to
she
tell you
let him
this
do
too.
it
I
like
want to give a
that.
shout out to JB. JB is my baby brother. I'm ride or die with that joker. Him and his family. I love him, his wife, and his children. He has just survived cancer, and I just want to give a shout out to him because I'm telling you, praying for him hard. And that's a man of God that I told him, I said, what God is about to do is going to be so amazing in his life. It's just crazy, crazy. So y'all know that we said it on Keisha and Keisha, how JB going to blow up and do his thing. And when he come into his full calling of what God has him to do and totally recovers from this thing and get all his health and strength back and get a game, I know for a fact you're going to hear about him. So we're going to bring him on.
He had his last chemo treatment.
Yeah,
and
we're going to bring him on the show. We're going to bring him on the show.
I just want to shout out JB because he's the only man that ever made me do a run. I used to be in the
Oh,
beer
that is
runs.
right.
I still got my
Thank
shirt.
you, JB, for getting this girl out actually
That was
moving.
years ago, but I can't run.
And she needs to get back at it,
No,
JB. I was
I
like, can you
can't
just get out here and walk? So maybe when you come to town, because he's going to start coming to town more often. When he gets in town, we not only going to have you out here on the show, but we going to have you get Keisha out there walking because you the only person that can get her moving. That is true, JB. We need you, man.
Beer runners unite. Beer runners unite. BRU. That's
All right.
JB.
Okay, y'all, this is the last day of Black History Month.
I know, girl.
And let me
I'm
tell you
so
something.
glad
I've been
we get
wearing
to
my
come
shirts.
back.
I bought my mama a null, and it says and I put it up on social media, so a lot of
I
people
saw it. I
coming up.
like that.
Yeah, and it's got Rosa Parks. And why my mama go call me talking about something? What is NAH? I said, Mama, I'm
No.
gonna blast you on social media because I said,
No.
what happened when I ask you to go somewhere with me? You don't want to go. She'd be like, I'll be like, nah. I was like, she's like, oh. I said, Mama, sit down somewhere. I know you. Sunday is her birthday. She'll be 69 years old. So bless her heart.
March 3rd, so we having
March
our
the
paint
3rd
party
on
on
her
her
birthday. Yeah,
I
shout
wish
out
she
to the
was
mama.
Here.
And speaking about our paint party, I'm telling y'all right now, y'all better
Get
be
your
in the
tickets.
place. Now, we had set aside 50 tickets because we were just trying not to go over that so that everybody could be comfortable and that whole bit. We are almost to that goal. I know some people today who bought tickets. You don't want to miss that. Like I was talking about stuff not going down in Fort Walton Beach, and I'm telling y'all right now it's going
still not
down.
going in Fort
And
Walton
so,
Beach.
well, it'll be in Niceville. Now, think about Niceville on top of that, but we're going to take over the place. We got the DJ. DJ Mike was like, listen, I got you. I'm a player. We good. We going to have a good time. And ladies, we just, you know how we like to just laugh and have some fun and kick it. So
We're going live, so if you want to be on Keisha and you want us to put
Come on
you
out.
in front of the
Come on
camera,
out. Come on out.
let's
Come
get
on
your
out.
stardom on.
Come on
Let's
out.
do it.
Yes.
We trying to spread the
yeah,
love.
we want you to glow up.
Hey, with Keisha and Keisha.
And here's the deal. The bigger deal of it is that it's just an opportunity to come and just be in the fellowship of women. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where you could just laugh, have a good time. Everybody can go home to all the issues they got with husbands and boyfriends and children and bills and all that kind of stuff. We just want y'all to come out and hang out with us. So come out to the paint party.
Dance.
Yeah, go on to Eventbrite. It's on the Hip Hop Paint Party in Fort Walton. You got it. Just do the thing.
I like it. And we need to shout out the adults game night, the young adults game night.
Oh yeah, that was nice
fun.
too. Yeah. See, we trying to bring some stuff
What?
around here. We trying to tell y'all, come on with it. So we had a Christian game night, and it was over at the Golf. Man, we played spades
food
and
was
dominoes.
good. I
The
wanna tell
food
you,
was
it was
good. We did charades. I mean, and everybody just kind of got in with
Me and
can
Peaches
get in
got
where you
stuck.
fit
We
in,
were
right?
like, we don't care what they do.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
Bones,
So we was
baby.
playing bones, we was playing
Bones.
spades. The people was playing taboo, playing Jenga. They had
We
they had
had a
everything.
good
We had
time.
checkers, we had chess. So it was a good time, and we're gonna do it every other month. So we'll have another one come up, and I'm telling y'all, don't be FOMO, fear of missing out, because there's always just a limited number of people who can come. So you better get your tickets early.
I got my ticket. I was glad. And Pastor Boulder said, I said, Pastor.
Did you get a chance to see him?
Yes. I was like, I need a hug.
That's my pastor right there. Did you tell him you?
Yeah. What?
Did you say Country Keisha to him?
Yes. I said, I need a hug, Pastor. What? Come over here. I need Jesus.
Oh my God! Now let me tell y'all what's happening. Another thing too with scamming. Some young people, and I want y'all to talk to young folks that y'all know. They, because this is how they get young people who need money. Like, you need a couple of $100 to pay this or do that. They've been scamming them, sending them these things, these checks, telling them to cash a check for taking a survey or cash a check for this or that or whatever. And you go and they send you, they say $400, but then they send you a $2,000 check. You go try to put the check into the bank, cash it, and then your bank, they get access to all of your accounts. The bank want their money back because the check wasn't any good, so they shut down your account. It's just all the stuff that happens. All money ain't good money, and quick money ain't worth it. So earn your money and do the right thing.
Ain't free. You better learn that.
Right. And before, because your kids probably, in their early 20s and stuff, they not talking to you about it. And so you need to say to them, make sure you keep an eye on their accounts. Make sure you tell them, hey, don't be thinking that this little quick scam where you can make a couple $100. No. If you can't go to the cash advance and cash that under their bank or whatever, then you don't be putting it in your account. Don't give your social security number out. Don't tell them about your bank account number. Don't do any of that. Because once you grant them access, they can go in there and do everything. And the bank will tell you there's nothing we can do because you gave them access to it. Okay? So Toby was telling me she was there. Hey, Toby. She was at our game night. She played spades. That was the first person I played spades against.
Oh,
remember
okay.
Toby and Clint?
Yes,
Yeah.
I did. Hey, Tamika Thrash Robinson. That's my sister.
Sheena's on here. She was there. Hey, Kim. I don't never really get to see
I told
Kim.
Toby now, I'm gonna go ahead and tell my scam.
Wait, hold on. So Kim's husband is a jeweler in the area. He made an amazing group of rings for me. One that has DJ and his birthday on it. He did 2 for my mom. So if you really want some good jewelry, he's at the end of Racetrack and Eglin Parkway.
Okay.
And it's called, I think it's Kim's Jewelry. Is that right, Kim? If you tell me what it is. But yeah, he's an amazing guy, got great deals, and he can put some unique stuff together for you. Now, what are you going to tell yourself about?
Oh, I was going to tell, so I'm telling on myself because when we sat down to play with Toby, I said, how do you play this game called Spades?
What?
I told Toby.
Thanks,
He's like,
Tamika.
I never played Toby. She said it's
Yeah, I think these
said-
janky mics. See, our new mics haven't come in.
Who told you
Appreciate
to
y'all
be
hanging.
critiquing us?
Listen, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us with these. This the last week you're gonna see these mics. The new ones will be back and we'll be good. So we appreciate y'all hanging out with that. Hanging out with us on these
Toby
mics.
them up. I was like, how do you play this game? And then I was like, okay.
You didn't do that to Toby,
yes,
did
I
you?
did.
Toby knew better. She laughing at you. All right, so talk
We
a little
had
bit
so
about
much
some
fun.
finances.
We didn't do pop culture.
What? Oh, what you got? Give me something. You got some good stuff in pop culture.
I can't pull it up because we got all this stuff on. But
Michelle
Michelle Obama
Obama
was at the Grammys. Did you see? I think I sent it to you
No,
on Instagram.
yeah, but her mom, the
Yeah, her
text
mom-
message, she
did you
posted
read-
it.
Yeah, that's what I said. It was so funny because her
Yeah.
mom was like, so what you was at the Grammys? You think you
silly.
special? That's how my mom would have reacted. Who you think you are? It was so funny, but
You know who
that's
needs to
good.
sit down though with pop culture is that dang on 50 Cent. He ain't got nothing else better to do.
And I'm loving him right now.
You know what he like? He like that dude. Remember that dude that sit on the lady on 227? He used to sit in the window.
Miss Pearl.
Oh my God, that is 50
Pearl?
cents. Like I can't stand him.
Man, why I'm loving him right now? I never thought I'd be saying this. So
Right, because last month you was not loving him.
Oh, girl,
Okay,
last-
before you do that,
I couldn't stand him, but now I'm with him,
Yes.
and I'm gonna tell you the joke.
Okay,
that
wait. So
happened.
Kim, her husband's place is Kimberly's Jewelry, and like I told you, he did some amazing rings for me. So if you want some custom stuff done, or just to go in there, and it's got some great things. So take a look at him. It's at the end of Racetrack and 98. Go ahead. What'd you say?
My cousin gotta tell us she
That's
a
the
AKA.
AKA. That's the AKA me. Well, Sora, I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Okay, go ahead. What were you about to say? So you
okay,
liking Terry
so,
Crews? Why you like?
No. I'm liking not Terry Crews 50.
Oh,
I'm
50
liking
Cent. Yeah,
But,
okay.
Terry, you want to go
Shout
Terry
out
or 50
Steffi Boo.
because 50 goes to my finance.
Well, 50 Cent, he just was on. What was he? Who was he talking about? He was talking about somebody calling them. What's that? Tupac something? Something was happening.
50.
Oh, he was talking about Jesse Smollett. That's what he was talking
Oh,
about.
I missed that. So 50 has beef with a New York City police officer, and so the police officer said that he was supposed to be at this boxing match, and he told them to shoot on sight if they see 50. And 50 found out. Wow. So he's suing them. He was like, so you got a detective out here telling people to shoot on sight in this climate.
What?
And that's what he said, girl. He raped them through the coals. So that he's been having 50 when he go in, he go in, and that's what happened. So that's one beef. But my other thing with 50, and I hope we can jump right into it.
Go ahead, Chia Finance. Go ahead.
Yeah. So 50. Are
you talking about Gucci?
Yes.
Girl.
And that's why I like
Gucci
him.
done showed out. And see, that's why I don't want to talk about that blackface.
Hold on,
They
hold
knew
on,
that was
hold
wrong.
on, hold on.
Y'all, please chime in.
Why
Everybody
y'all
who's
didn't want
listening
them
right
big
now.
red lips
No,
pulled up?
everybody who's chiming in right
50
now, I need
said,
y'all to give me a shout. Yes.
Boycott Prada. Boycott all of them.
Listen,
Say y'all stupid.
He wasn't the only one saying that T.I. put up. T.I. was going hard on them.
All y'all out
He
here
was.
with this Gucci, and I was laughing.
Shame on them.
So this what happened. I'm in the car with my mama, and this was Sunday, Aiden's birthday, and my cousin who's hitting us up now, was on the phone, and I said, "Yeah, we need to boycott this." And she was.
What? Come on.
They said, when you ever bought into this shit?
When have you ever bought Gucci? Well, I had some Gucci
No,
glasses. Remember my Gucci glasses?
I'm talking about any of it. I've never bought no high.
I got Gucci. And
I told them I'm
I got a
boycotting.
Gucci purse and I got some Gucci glasses. I was like, oh no. But I done lost the Gucci glasses and I'm giving the Gucci purse away because I ain't got time for it. And if we don't start standing up for something, we're going to fall for everything.
So that's my finance is where you spend your money. We got to be more conscious of where we spend our money. We can't be supporting these people who are out here straight disrespecting us as people. Black people spend so much money on wanting to look good.
Yep.
And then you gonna turn around with the big red lips and the and then had the lady walk down.
Ain't nobody messing with you, Stephanie. You will not be getting that Gucci purse because you won't be wearing it either.
Steph,
okay, but let me tell you this though. Here's the other thing too.
Go get you one of them Walmart great. What's the name of that?
Stop it. When you talk about, would you stop it?
Faded Glory.
Greg, it was not a Fucci, and you better sit down because your wife got some Gucci too. You need to go in her closet. All right, so here's the deal though. Wait, listen. Just like with the Montgomery bus boycott. What am I trying to say? Bus boycott. Okay.
It's late, y'all.
Well, and the reason why I'm saying the reason why I'm saying that when you talked about money is because when they decided to stop, baby, shut it down to the point where them folks who own them companies was like, we can't keep doing this. Yeah, first they tried to be,
it never came back. It never bounced back.
Right, and first they were trying to be all bold with it and was like, oh yeah, we don't need your money, blah 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 blah. When black folks started walking and catching rides and walking miles and doing whatever, that was some pride in just saying, listen, you're not just gonna treat us like that. We ain't gonna spend our money and you gonna treat us like that. Go on the back of no bus. I ain't doing none of this stuff no more. And so if we start doing that with some of the other stuff, baby.
Well, let me tell you right now.
With all this money we spend on
and
hair
all the rest
makeup
of you never get my money.
Well, they ain't never got it. So
that's what girl, they were laughing so hard. Talking about you ain't never bought it.
What?
I'm boycotting.
What?
When you don't see me with my Gucci bag, it's because I'm boycotting.
Stephanie says she ain't buying nothing else Gucci, so she good. But here's what I'm just gonna say. Now, if they get to talking about that Tory Burch, we need to understand that it's the same principle, Steph. Because that thing love her some Tory Burch, baby.
I don't even know what that is.
And Tasha, you got some Gucci in your closet too. We gonna just call everybody out on it.
No Gucci. She got Fucci.
That's what Greg said.
I know. G Money said y'all got Fucci.
On the educational side, I need you to kind of evaluate how you're. Yes, Stephanie, I'm telling you right now, we boycotting her if she comes up with some foolishness. But anyway, okay, on the educational side, I've been doing some motivational speaking. I really appreciate all the support I'm getting on social media. Y'all, I'm launching out. I'm trying to do my thing. So if you know some folks who need some folks, y'all know I represent for you. The other thing is that one of the things I mentioned is about your expectations, not only of your teachers, but you have of your children. And we need to start really evaluating that. It's almost like your kids come home with a report card and they have 5 A's and a C, you jump all over that C. Celebrate some of the stuff they doing. That's good, y'all. We got enough stuff in these kids' faces that constantly beating them down. Like, we can't do it too. We got to try to encourage them. So I really want you guys to think about what are the expectations you have for your children? How are you supporting those? How are you setting an example? And how are you allowing your kids to be who they are and grow into the people they are? So that's my thing on education. We gonna do 1 hour today, so we got 7 minutes.
Oh, we're good. So y'all.
What's with this Chuck E. Cheese?
Girl,
crap?
I
Everybody
gotta
messing
tell
with
it.
you.
I gotta tell it.
Y'all listen to this foolishness. Oh, Tasha, you giving up the Gucci, Tasha. Go ahead.
Tell Tasha.
Talk about something, no, baby. See,
You,
that's the type of stuff right
you,
there.
No,
It's
no, no.
always one.
She's
Isn't it always
banned
one?
from the black race.
Oh Lord,
Now
you ain't
white.
bad. You ain't banning my sister now. Leave her
Now
alone.
you white.
Listen, Greg said black spending power is $1.2 trillion. If we could
Yes.
sacrifice 1 weekend, 1 month, 1 day, 1 hour.
Let's
of
go
spending.
back to Killer Mike
when he was talking about it.
Yeah, when he was trying to spend only black on and couldn't do
That
it.
joker starved and slept on a bench.
Couldn't get there's no
And I'm
black
not
owned
even
hotels. There's no black owned.
He barely got. He had to
meat
go
market.
with the black guy who owned the bus company because he tries to do everything with black businesses, but just to get to his next engagement. But it was hard for him to do that, and he ended up having to sleep on a park bench and
ride
didn't
a
even
bike.
eat.
And he
Didn't
had
even
to
eat.
walk.
Y'all, come on.
He had to walk. Yeah.
Okay,
and,
Tasha, you mean anything
and he
Gucci? I
couldn't-
got you. Okay.
And he didn't want that Jamaican weed.
Oh,
no,
God.
he
No, the
wanted
Mexican.
Jamaican. He didn't want the
Mexican,
Mexican weed. Yeah.
All right, so outside of all of that, we need to understand that. I mean, and this is on a for real, in supporting black businesses, and not just doing that, supporting people who trying to come up on the business. So many people have some amazing ideas, and you sitting over here on all your money. Where if you actually gave, like Damon Dash did, to your boy. And then he didn't want to give him his
Then
money
didn't
back.
pay him back.
And then
Lee
he didn't want to
Daniels.
invite
Lee
Lee Daniels.
Daniels.
Didn't even want to invite him to half his stuff. Come on, Lee, that ain't how we do that.
Yeah.
You messing up for everybody. So I'm telling y'all, there are people who are out here trying to just, a couple of $1,000s that you spend anyway. So if you lose it, okay, I get you, but you're gonna lose it anyway. So if you invest it and it makes a bunch of money for you, you got to start trusting your folks.
Okay.
Hey, Mark, that's my
Okay,
baby.
this to be or not to be is for our homegirl Tasha.
Okay.
This is straight for you, Tasha. You
Nah,
better
hold on
answer.
before you finish that. I don't know anything about this, sis. What
She
you saying?
does.
Okay, go ahead. What you got to
This
say?
to be or not to be. So
What?
Chuck E. Cheese. This for
That's
Tasha.
not to be or not to be.
Oh no, not to be or not to be.
Ain't
This-
nobody got
anybody
time for that. I was like,
that.
I thought you was about to talk about marriage. That's why I was like,
No, no,
what?
no,
Okay,
no,
go
no,
ahead.
no. This is ain't nobody got time
Okay,
for
go
that. This
ahead.
for Tasha.
All right.
Chuck E. Cheese chain was reportedly taking unused food from parties and using them to complete new orders.
Oh my God.
This
y'all.
is so nasty.
But here's the deal.
Ew.
Let's be real. That ain't the first. They probably ain't the only ones. You
I
said from
know,
party.
but they
So
got
they throw a
reported.
party. They cook up 10 pizzas. You only eat 8 of them, and they take
they
2.
open and the kids.
I know.
They
Oh yeah,
throw 'em
sneeze
and
on
they
them and
do-
touching them. I get it. But you got to know. I mean, if you running your risk every time you go to a restaurant to get anything. No, let's be real on that.
No. I'm gonna say what the late night people were saying.
What they say?
If you trust a rat, Chuck E. Cheese is a rat.
I cannot with you right now.
If you trust a rat
Oh,
to get
God.
you some clean food,
Okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all we gonna stop going to Chuck E. Cheese anyway. So here's what we gonna do, okay? Oh, Stephanie is calling Tasha out. Stephanie, you need to stop acting like that now. Tasha loves her designer brand, and we love her for loving it. But you gonna cut that out because how many pair of Tory Burch
Guess-
sandals do you have? Stop it. Okay.
well, guess
so
what?
here's-
Y'all
okay.
are being into our little small clique.
We sisters, and so we can talk
Tasha
about
and
each other. That's what
Stephanie,
we do.
y'all know where I
That's
go
what
down.
we do. And we reading their comments off Facebook. But I do want to say this. I was telling Keisha earlier, I left the gym. I'm starting to do CrossFit, so shout out to that. And I want everybody to get healthy, including this one who need to be walking. So, JB.
I got my asthma pump.
Okay,
I might can do a little
JB,
walking.
like she said earlier, you were the only person who got her to walk, so we need you to get back in her life. So when you hit the ground in town, back and forth walking, get with her. But we want everybody to get healthy because heart health among black women, among women, period, it is no joke, y'all. And we walking around here with too much of this belly fat. We walking around here with too much of this side back fat. And y'all know the summertime coming up, and y'all be trying to hate on them little chicks with the tight, skinny waists.
My man need that to hold on. Them called love handles.
Oh, God.
If he don't have that to hold on, then what happened? He's fall. We need y'all to come out Sunday for our paint party. It's going down.
It's
we
going
need to
down.
push it these
Going down on
last
the paint
2
party.
minutes.
It's going down.
going down. Have you ever
look,
hung
this is-
out with us?
Listen, this is in Stephanie. It's going down.
Listen, if you ain't never hung out with us,
Shout out to you,
come
Steph.
hang out with us. You gonna have a blast,
Man,
And,
'cause that's
hey,
what we do. We love
said
life.
leave the bad attitudes at home. If
Yeah.
you don't want to have a good time, don't come with us because
Preach it.
we here to have a good time.
Preach
we
it.
got the DJ.
Listen, y'all, I'm telling y'all right
You
now.
gonna learn a new dance.
This is
move.
all I do. I wake up in the morning with all on my face, kicking it, except for when I have to come in here and deal with this one sometimes. But even after it's all over with, I'm still smiling because that's my sister and I love her. But I need y'all to understand, if you really wants to hang out in Fort Walton Beach, you better be at that paint party.
in
What?
Niceville.
Okay, Niceville, Fort Walton, Crestview, wherever you coming from, we need you to get to the place. We only got maybe,
Come on,
we got
let's
about 10 or
do it.
15 more tickets to go. So if you trying to do it, you better get on top of it.
Let's
You
do it.
cannot pay at the door. You BYOB. We will have food. We will have a DJ. We will have painting, and so we gonna
We
do
will
our thing.
have energy. Let's do it.
Yes.
Let's do it.
So listen, we're gonna stick to this hour. We got about an hour and 15 minutes.
That's
Anybody
how we
got any
skipped all
questions
this
for
over
us?
here.
Well, that's because sometimes you have to get
Which
on
is
here and
good.
just do what you're gonna do. So
Oh,
unless
we
y'all
did
got
have,
something else to talk about, what?
Watch
Real
out
quick.
for the scams.
What scams?
The dating scams. The people that they get
What you talking about?
catfish
Oh.
on them dating sites.
I mean, come on. Because, it what's crazy is these lonely married men who around here trying to be all funny. I mean, women, we have that intuition. And I was just telling this to somebody before. Back in the Adam and Eve days, baby, she knew the enemy when he was the enemy. What? And so we know. So when you know that, don't even be fooling with the foolishness. Like, move on past it. And Tasha, we were talking about the food is what Stephanie said. So I want to take that back. So you all good because she likes her wings.
Oh God,
Extra,
fried hard,
extra
fried
crispy.
hard, crispy.
And
look,
anytime we go-
if they got a little bit of, you can feel the meat. Back, she goes. She tell them back. I don't want.
I'm gonna tell y'all. So I'm saying this to you guys right now. I'm telling y'all on everything I love. We love to have fun. We enjoy being women. We enjoy being women of color, but we respect all people and all women. We want y'all to continue to listen to us. We coming up
White
on our first
women,
year.
come on. You
Yes,
can come hang with us.
yes, I'm inviting everybody. So we're gonna start doing
We
these little
wanna
guest spots, and
invite
there's
you.
some people in the community that we want to see pop up on our show and do some things and talk about some stuff. Because I got a girlfriend who got a topic. She says, death sentence, abortion. Is it the same thing?
Death sentence.
Yeah,
What's
girl.
the death sentence?
When you get the electric chair, when they take
Oh,
you.
okay.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
It's not the same thing.
I'm just saying. So she got some stuff she wants to talk about. I said, well, bring it.
Bring it.
And I already told her what to
All
expect
right,
with
Megan
you.
McCain, come on with it, Megan, because I'm gonna give you my Megan McCain speech.
Oh God.
1 hour on the dot. Way to go. Hit us up.
Here we go. So we love y'all. Please come out this on Sunday to our paint
5 to
party.
7.
5 to 7 if you're in town. The tickets are on sale at Eventbrite. And Keisha.
They're on our website.
On our web, you
fa-
can get it on our
page.
Facebook page too, so you can pay through Facebook or you can pay on the Eventbrite. So y'all go on there, check that out. Look at Kenny, he calls me Lady Luck. I miss you, buddy. I hope everything is going well with you and your family. I appreciate all those loyal listeners, all my friends back, Keisha's friends from way back, our new friends. I met a girl named Sheena. She came to the game night, and she was really amazing, and she's been really hanging out. So I thank God for bringing people in my life.
One more thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Neva sent me a thing
Uh-huh.
on Instagram
Okay,
talking
what'd she
about
say?
somebody said they ain't never met. Oh, you might have said it.
Oh,
they
yeah.
ain't never met the young Keisha. Every Keisha they know is
It's
grown.
grown. Ain't that crazy? Talking about some they ain't never met a Keisha that was a kid. All the Keishas they know is grown. Well, you know two grown ones, and ain't nothing wrong with being Keisha and Keisha. So turn up on
I
that.
was a child once.
All right, y'all. We love y'all. We thank y'all for listening to us.
Love you guys.
Get healthy. Hey, anybody want to join me at CrossFit at the box?
nobody
hit us
join
up in
her.
DM.
Let her go by her
I know my
damn
guy
self to
Justin would love to have
CrossFit.
y'all out there, him and Carmen. So from the outhouse,
To the penthouse.
we out. We love y'all.
out.
Two different point of views with the same name.
People stop. What they name is?
Keisha and Keisha. Keisha, Keisha and Keisha. Oh, Keisha and Keisha.